What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another video. Thanks for stopping by. Today, I want to talk about the month of July. This year, July is a big month for Switch releases. Personally, I remember the days when the month of July was referred to as Dry July, and I was just kind of picking through my backlog trying to find games to play, but not this year. There are several Switch games coming out in July, and I'm going to talk about the ones I'm looking forward to the most. Now, before we dive too deep into it, make sure you hit the like button if you enjoy this video, and feel free to subscribe if you're new here. It's much appreciated. Let's get right in. Ys 9 Monstrum Nox is coming to the Nintendo Switch on July 6th. And while I could have already picked up this game on another console, it just feels right to play it on Switch. I played Ys 8 on Switch and I absolutely loved it. It was my first introduction to the series and I couldn't get enough of it. Was definitely addicted to it when I was playing it. Ys 9 looks to be another incredibly satisfying action RPG, and honestly, I can't get enough of those this year. Scarlet Nexus, Persona 5 Strikers, Ys 9, and Tales of Arise later this year. I will definitely have my fill on one of my favorite genres in video games. Okay, this game also was received quite well by critics, getting an 80 on Metacritic and being praised for its deep and interesting story, its addictive combat, and I just can't wait to finally dive in and see what this game has to offer for myself. Next up on the list is Monster Hunter Stories 2. It's coming July 9th, and the more I see of this game, the more excited I get. I know in today's age, turn-based combat isn't as popular as it once was, but if done right, some of my favorite games of all time are modern turn-based games. Games like Persona 5 and Octopath Traveler really managed to innovate on the turn-based formula. I don't know if Monster Hunter Stories 2 will do that on quite the same level, but nonetheless, it looks incredibly fun. I also really love the art style here. I'm an absolute sucker for cel-shaded art in video games. It's just timeless and holds up so well. I recently went back and played the first game and had a great time with it. So the second one definitely has me excited. I really look forward to playing Monster Hunter Stories 2 and getting my hands on that here really soon. All right, the next one, this is the big one. This is the big Nintendo release for this summer, and it's Skyward Sword HD. This hits the Nintendo Switch on July 15th, and I am absolutely excited for this one. Honestly, this is the re-release I wanted the least of the Zelda games. Wind Waker and Twilight Princess absolutely need Switch releases. I mean, come on, every other Wii U game in existence has been ported to the Switch at this point, but those games are still stranded on the Wii U, and it's incredibly disappointing. Wind Waker HD was incredibly beautiful in HD, and Twilight Princess played great, but I digress. Let's get to Skyward Sword. This game was a game I personally loved. I know plenty of people that did not enjoy this one, but I had a blast, and I don't recall all this hate swirling around it when the game launched, but nowadays that's changed. Skyward Sword, personally, in my opinion, has a great story and some really cool dungeons. It's the classic Zelda formula. The one thing I didn't like was the controls. I was never a fan of motion controls, to be honest, so I was so happy to see that I could play this game without them this time. The new Joy-Cons releasing alongside it, they look stunning. And man, oh man, am I disappointed I missed the pre-orders on these. Hopefully they'll be available at launch because I need these on my Switch just so desperately. Anyway, I'm definitely looking forward to Skyward Sword and diving really deep into another Zelda game this year. They haven't been super specific on the improvements they've made this time around, but they've definitely spoke on some quality of life stuff, and don't get me started on the amiibo craze with the Skyward Sword amiibo and what it allows you to do and how messed up it is that they're gating it behind an amiibo that is going to be next to impossible to get once it launches due to its, popularity and such. But let's get right into the next game on the list, and that is Neo: The World Ends With You. On July 27th, this game will drop onto the Nintendo Switch, a sequel to the DS game, and now also exists on the Switch as well. This one looks like quite a bit of an upgrade from the original, using 3D graphics and a far better control scheme. I've always been a big fan of the art style of these games, and the new one has a demo out now. I haven't personally checked it out just yet, but I definitely hear some pretty good things from fans of the series. I look forward to playing this one. It definitely seems like a huge step forward from the first game and should be a lot of fun. I didn't play too much of the first game, played it, and what I played of it I enjoyed pretty well, but I do look forward to diving into this one. This one seems right up my alley. Now, those definitely weren't all the games releasing in July. There are tons more, but those are the ones that I'm really excited for. These are the ones that I'm going to pick up. They're the ones that I'm going to have on my Switch on release day in July. Honestly, the Switch is definitely heating up for releases this summer already. 2021 is shaping out nicely for sure. If there's any other games you're excited for, then please feel free to let me know in the comments below. And until next time, I'm out.